Alright lads, welcome back to another video. This one, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, it is about Good Guys FC. The thing that you may be noticing is a bit missing in this video. That is obviously being the Good Guys FC members that always sit around about this area. Well, that's because they're all here, right below me, and I'm going to go through one by one as to why they are in Good Guys FC, the reasons behind it, and I don't know, just some of the good things about them that make me want to put them in such a team as Good Guys FC. I mean, what an accolade it is to have. I regularly talk about the Fraud FC and Bobag FC members because the negativity stuff is just a bit more funnier to bring out on this channel. The ones I mainly talk about in terms of Good Guys FC are Stephen Dobie, Dick Campbell, and recently Bobby Lynn. They're the main ones that I talk about, but the rest of them never really get that much of a mention. So, as I said, in this video, I'm just going to go over it and highlight why these guys are in Good Guys FC. But first up, a new entry, and it has to be said that this guy is a good guy. I've been prompted to put him in Good Guys FC due to the same reason that this man, Bin Man Bobby, made it in, because he dropped me a message on the social medias and said that he watches the videos and he enjoys the content, he loves the fact that it covers lower league Scottish football, and I love that too. I love the fact that they are sitting watching my videos, and it's just nice to know that football players accept this content and want to see it thrive and do well. It's really nice to see, and as I said, Kerr Waddell is now a Good Guys FC member because of it. If you sit and watch my channel in your spare time when you're a football player, and in his case, a part-time football player at that, and in Bin Man Bobby's case, of course, the Bin Man, then I salute you. I salute the fact that you're sitting watching me right now. Hopefully, yous are both watching the video and yous can hit the like button while you're at it. So they're the first two. Bobby Lynn is in it because of that reason that he did message me. He does watch the videos, but he's also just a cracking guy. And as I said, he's a bin man. How better can it get? And then Kerr Waddell, he's in it because he dropped me that message and he was just a really nice guy about it. And aye, it made my day. I'll put the message up on screen right now, and aye, as I said, just a lovely message to receive. We'll get these two out the road now because they are the main English football representatives within this. It's James Milner and Roberto Firmino, two Liverpool representatives. Now these two are in it. They kind of come as a pair, I suppose, because they play for Liverpool and because, as I said, they are the only English football people within Good Guys FC. James Milner's in there because he's done a lot for charity and stuff like that in the past, and when Liverpool won their European title, the Champions League, just 6 months ago, he asked the bus tour to stop at an old man's house who couldn't make it to the bus parade, and he got the full squad to get out and go and give that old man the opportunity to see the trophy for himself. That is a very good reason for a guy to be in Good Guys FC, in my opinion, and the fact that he's just a good guy. Like, at his core, he's a good guy. And Bobby Firmino, I think for years he was an underrated player, and especially in Liverpool's system he was very underrated, and now he's getting a lot of the accolades because he's just so vital to Liverpool's system. He's a very good player on the football pitch, and a bit like a couple of other players within Good Guys FC, he just deserves it. He deserves to get a bit of recognition for the role that he plays within football. And he's got a cracking smile, so that always helps. See what I tried to do there? I mean, I don't think I've got as cracking a smile as Bobby Firmino, but I try. And the next three. These are all kind of similar to the Bobby Firmino type ones, except a couple of them are just really good guys, and that is kind of the point. That's why it's called Good Guys FC. Duh. But these three all kind of play that Bobby Firmino type role where they're not as appreciated as they should be. Perhaps Stephen Dobie is the exception in here because he is appreciated, he gets the goals and he gets the recognition for it. But the other two, that being Chris Doolan and Michael Moffat, they just don't seem to get the recognition for the role that they play in a team. Chris Doolan, not exactly backing up many trees this season because he plays for Ayr, and so does Michael Moffat, and Michael Moffat is ahead of him in the pecking order. But Chris Doolan, for years, scored goals for Partick Thistle and was an absolute talisman at that club, and I wouldn't be surprised if one day he ends up back at Partick Thistle in a coaching capacity because he is that club. He's had a testimonial there just recently, and as I said, I just expect him to go back there at some point just due to the legendary status that he does still have there. But this man, Michael Moffat, a very good guy. I mean, he played for Dunfermline and he was very underappreciated at times. From a certain section of fans and another section of fans, you would always get a different opinion on Michael Moffat, whether he was good for the team or bad for the team. Obviously, he doesn't return as many goals as some strikers would. For example, when he played with Lawrence Shankland, he never returned any of the type of numbers of goals that Lawrence Shankland was returning, especially as his career's progressed. But there's no doubt that every striker that he's played with, he's always helped them grow and become a better player themselves, like Lawrence Shankland, like Faisal El Baktui. So Michael Moffat is just one of those ones, as I said, like the Bobby Firmino thing, where he brings the best out of his teammates, and again, a good guy, which has to be the premise for anyone that gets in this team. And then, I mentioned him earlier, Stephen Dobbie, scores the goals, is so reliable in terms of just good stuff within Scottish football. He's loyal to Queen of the South, and there's not many players that would be horrendously loyal to a club like Queen of the South, but he's reaping the rewards from it because he's becoming an absolute club legend there. He's got a statue built in his honour, along with a couple of other Queen of the South legends, and he's just going to probably end his career at Queen of the South, which you've got to commend him for, because as I said, not many players would do it, and he could probably easily play at a slightly higher level like the Scottish Premiership, but he chooses not to. He chooses to stick to Queen of the South, and you've got to commend him for that. A good guy. Jermaine Defoe is perhaps the only other English football representative that you've got here, but he does play for Rangers, and it looks like he's maybe going to extend his deal at Rangers as well, so you've got to put him in the Scottish football light now. And a lot of the Good Guys FC stuff, or the reason why he's in here, is because of that picture where he's with Bradley Lowry. The stuff that he did for that wee kid, the stuff that he gave to that kid in terms of happiness and joy in his last few years was absolutely outstanding, and it really tugged at a load of heartstrings around the football world. And when Bradley sadly passed away, Jermaine was right there at the bedside until the final days really, and he always showed a level of care towards Bradley. He clearly did care a hell of a lot about that wee boy, and he has to be in Good Guys FC for stuff like that. As I said, the premise of it is being a good guy, and the stuff that Jermaine Defoe did for Bradley Lowry, and the fact that he's just been a tremendous football player alongside that in his career, you cannot argue with that. And then lads, it's my favourite, it's my man, Dick Campbell. I love the guy. He goes alongside Bobby Lynn in this team, and also a fellow Angus representative in Kerr Waddell who plays for Montrose, but Dick Campbell is here for the obvious reasons, eh? He's got the bonnet, which has to be an iconic feature. He's a cracking manager. He's an absolute stalwart of Scottish Low League football, and he's a man that knows how to do it. He knows how to manage a football team. He knows how to manage egos, personas. He just knows everything. I think he's a cracking manager, and he utterly deserves everything that he gets. He's doing so well with Arbroath this season, and he's getting them on the verge of the promotion playoffs in the Championship. He's going to stay up in that league, and that is massively above what Arbroath would have been expecting this season. They probably would have been expecting a relegation battle, and this man is leading them to anything but that. So that's it for Good Guys FC, and that is why they're all here. Like the video if you did enjoy it, comment down below who is your favourite Good Guys FC member, who should enter Good Guys FC if anyone else, because there can be more entries, and subscribe for more of this type of content. And until the next video, I'll see you then. Cheers guys.